Hi guys, Coach Yuva here. Welcome to Tuesday's class. Today is going to be a core-based exercise class. So as usual, we're doing our 45 seconds warm-up with 15 seconds rest. We got 5 sets on that, mainly targeting your core muscles. As well, then we have a main set of 5 exercise, working on 45 and resting 30. Today is a level 2 class, so generally not so complex. The exercise is really straightforward. Again, you can pace out yourself or you can modify if you know. I will give you some of the exercises. I may give you a progression or a regression. It really depends on the exercise. And at the end, we will do a 30 seconds exercise for 4 different type of exercises. So you will have very minimum rest in between. Right? So 4 exercises, 30 seconds each with very minimal rest in between. Okay, so that's the program for today. We will start out with some easy jogging to begin with, just to loosen up everything. So instead of doing jumping jacks today, we change and just start with easy jogging. Alright, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds rest. Get ready. Make sure you have your towels and stuff. Alright, easy jogging. Okay. Alright, easy jogging. Hope you guys are well rested. And if you are here, yes, please say hi. Hi, Naomi. Hi, Sujin. So you just on the spot. Again, like I said previously in some of my videos, in terms of intensity and recovery, we cannot have high intensity every day because then you don't give enough time for recovery and training adaptation to take place. So we have to vary the intensity on a daily basis. So today's intensity is rather easy, it's just more targeted exercises for your core. Alright, so knees nice and high, just to break sweat. Right, the next exercise is going to be standing cross lunge. So here, open up your legs, crunch and crunch. Alright, very simple. Just cross crunches. Okay, hands overhead, and we go. Touch. So when you're doing this, you have to stabilize your body on one leg as well as crunch. So instead of just bending your back entirely, try to raise your knees nice and high. So try to meet in between. If you guys are stiff or been inactive, you'll feel all the crackings happening right in today's class. And I love that part of it. 8 seconds. Alright, next we are going to do push-up. No push-ups. Just bringing your knees in to the center. Touch, change, touch, and change. Alright? And up, round your shoulder blades. Touch, down. At the same time, move your shoulders slightly forward as your knees come in and maintain a rounded back. Keep pushing down on the heels of your palm and breathe. Keep rounding your shoulder blades. We did this in the last session, yesterday. We rounded our shoulder blades, so same thing. Hold that rounded shoulder blades, push them away from one another, and continue with this. And stop. Okay, next we got a bend knee windmill. So a bend knee windmill will be like this. You're going to open up your hands, palm face up, lie down, knees up, 90-degree angle. So you were to see from here, it is 90, and then you're going to drop from side to side. Right? Let me just adjust. I've got no space here, so I need to turn this direction. So make sure palms are up, shoulders are in contact with the floor, knees 90 degree. So we go. Drop. Just before you touch the floor, you pull it up. This is where you feel those cracks going on in your spine. Good way to loosen up. And guys, try to maintain that shoulders, both shoulders in contact with the floor throughout. And breathe. You'll feel a nice good stretch on the lateral side of your body. And make sure your knees are touching one another throughout. And stop. Alright. And the last one is simple. We are just going to go into a plank position and just going to hold it there. Round shoulder, pelvic tilt in. So pelvic tilt in means you stick your bum up and tuck it in this way and you hold it here. Come, let's go. 45. Round your shoulder blades and just wait out the bell. Breathe. So do not arch your back or do this kind of stuff. Round shoulder blade, pelvic tilt in, tucking your tailbone and hold. If you can feel your bum squeeze, great. If you can't, it's okay. Try. Just keep trying to tuck in your tailbone in between your legs. 10 seconds. Okay, so this is what's going to happen now. Let me just set up the timer and then we can begin. So it's a 45 seconds on 30 seconds rest exercises. Let me very quickly set this timer. Okay guys, so this first exercise, just try to visualize. It may be a little challenging in terms of just coordinating. Apart from that, it's not difficult. Alright, so what I need you to do here, as if you're lying down on the beach. Okay, so here, knees together. What you're going to do, hands down. You're going to push. This is not, you're not going to push, sorry, this is just for support. What you're going to do from here is both knees must, the force of direction must be towards one another, and while you are doing that, you're going to raise that hip towards the side without moving your upper body. So you shouldn't be doing this. Alright, isolate and stabilize the upper body, and only your pelvic move up and down. If you do it correctly, you will feel all the contraction going on here on your obliques. Alright, support arm is to rest your head. Right hand, assuming you're lying down on your left side, right hand is to support you from moving front and back. Right, you do not put any weight here, just support, and then use your oblique muscles here and then raise up your knees as high as you can. Alright, without moving any other part of the body. Okay, that'll be our first exercise. Let's do this 45 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Up. It's a really controlled exercise. Most of us have rotated pelvis, or whatever you want to call that. So this is a good way to derotate and also neutralize that pelvic, right? Most of the time is we have one side stronger or overactive compared to the other, and it causes some rotational or dysfunction in our body. So try to isolate. Up, down. If you do it well, you will feel it on the obliques as well as you will feel it on your glute medius. Alright. Did you feel that? It's rather easy. You just have to focus on the technique. Okay. So next one on the other side here, you can raise up and down. Okay. Take a few breaths to relax. Okay, 10 seconds more. You can practice in the meantime if you need. Okay, let's go. And up. Squeeze. You will find one side is easier than the other, and that's a good indication of how your pelvic is rotated. Alright? Lately, I've been doing lots of research on how to do these corrective exercises for pelvic rotation, because I find this downtime for me to work on all these dysfunctions. And trust me guys, everyone, there's not one single person here who doesn't have asymmetries in the body. Alright, so very important is to identify those asymmetries and do corrective exercises to correct them so that you don't get injured and you can perform well as well. Okay, next exercise, shoulder single leg knee touch. Alright, so here you're going to do a rounded shoulder, knee in, touch, rotate, out and up. Alright, elbows, opposite elbows here and kick out on the same leg. Right, so right knee go in towards your right hand, towards your left hand, back towards your right hand, and then you kick out on the same side. Ready? Let's go get into rounded shoulder. Here, touch, 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 and kick. Touch, 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 and kick. Good. Keep rounding your shoulder blades. And switch leg. Round your shoulder blade throughout. Don't stick your bum back as well. Keep your shoulder and palm in line. And the next one is going to be mountain climbers. Slightly a bit dynamic to bring up your heart rate as well. So round your shoulders again, here, in and hop. Okay, feet is not touching the floor when you drive your knees in. Hang in there, 10 seconds. After this we got 2 more exercise, a short break, Q&A, and we'll be back, 1 more round. Alright, let's go. And we go. Exhale, exhale, exhale. That's how I pace myself. Alright, don't worry about the inhaling. Your body automatically inhales when you concentrate on the exhale. 25. Keep rounding the shoulder blades. 15 seconds. 7. 8. Woo! Alright, next you're going to lie down in a star shaped position. And you're going to bring your opposite hands and legs to meet. So from here, up, touch. If you can touch, please touch. If your hamstrings are tight, then maybe as close as possible. Alright? Stay in a star shaped position, open up your feet, cross and touch. Stand by. And let's go. And then switch. Guys, hands and legs has to lift up at the same time and descend at the same speed. So you don't drop either one first. And try to lift off your entire back from the floor. Right after this session, because it's a level 2 session, and some of you feel you still got lots of energy, all you need to do is repeat 1 more set, and then you're done 45 minutes. Alright. Okay. The last one is going to be windmill, like how we did it in the warm-up, but instead I'm going to give you 2. Okay, so I leave it up to you. You can either bend your knees and do it like how we did it in the warm-up, or you can straighten your legs and work that obliques even harder. Alright, so but remember, shoulders must be in contact with the floor. Up, you can straighten your leg just before you touch. You pull back to the other side using your obliques and go. Else, easier version, 90 degrees and here. Alright, give it a try. Alright, and then go. Straightening the leg of course makes it a lot harder because there is more torque going through, which requires more force. Carry on. I need to move this mat slightly further. 15 seconds. Nice. Alright, have a sip of water. We'll be back to continue the last set, or second set. Alright, in the meanwhile, this is the question posed for you. So how do you determine how much hydration is required after a physical activity or run? So guys, I know a lot of us will do it based on feel. Alright, so here I always want to include some science behind it, so you exactly know whatever you are doing, whether it's right or maybe there's ways to improve them. Alright, so the question is, how do you determine how much hydration is required after a physical activity? Can be this kind of physical activity, or can be a jog. Let's say you go for a 1 hour jog, you come back. How do you know how much water you should drink to hydrate yourself? Or if you have a long event, let's say you're doing a marathon, how much water should you be drinking every hour in order for your performance not to decline? Alright, so that's the question to you. So you have 4 options here. Number 1 glass or 1 bottle of water. So you have the standard number that you come up with, or someone has told you about it, so you just drink 1 glass, 1 bottle of water after a physical activity. Or number 2, you based on thirst, your intuition or how you feel, and that's number 2. And number 3 is based on your sweat loss. So you based on your sweat loss, then you rehydrate yourself. And the last one is based on an 8 glass theory, or 8 glasses of water per day theory. You know, they come up with this theory saying that everybody should consume 8 glasses of water a day. It was quite popular at some point, right? So do you base it on that? So feel free to comment. We'll go for the next set, and then towards the end I'll reveal what is the right answer, or which is the better way to determine how much water you are required to drink after an activity. Alright, 45 seconds. First exercise, lying pelvic rotation. So we go back into this position, and then we lie and we go. Alright, stand by. Let me just. Okay. 4, 3, 2. This exercise seems to be my favorite exercise now, because it's so. I hardly do exercises that are in such relaxed position. So for once, just lying down this way and raising your, or just moving your hips, seems very, very comforting. Right? Of course, it's challenging in its own ways. I can still feel those muscles working around here and my glutes. But in general, compared to all other exercises where we are required to jump, I really prefer this. So 2 exercises, it's like a giveaway for free. Up, rotate. Guys, again, you need to control the upper body. And switch. Let's go to the other side. So if you haven't tried Thursday's class was animal flow class. By far, that's my favorite class. You will realize when you watch last Thursday's class. So if you have time, do check out the Thursday's class. Alright, starting soon. 3, 2, 1, and go up. So this Thursday will be an animal flow class again. I'll try to be more creative, come out with new stuff, new materials, or new exercise, because it's hard to find those kind of materials online, because not many people do it. So just to adopt certain movements from or certain primal movements, it can be quite challenging. Five, 4, 3, 2, and stop. Alright, next one is single leg knee tucks in a rounded shoulder position. So push up position. Guys, always I emphasize, let me turn this way. Neck is still hurting. Alright, so round your shoulder. Alright, the minute you round your shoulder, you feel your core immensely activated. If you let it relax, tendency of getting lower back strain is a lot higher. Alright, so round the shoulder blade, keep pushing them. Alright, let's go. left knee to left hand, right hand, left hand, straighten up. Here, touch, 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 and up. And make sure your shoulder and palms are in line, so you do not stick your palm this way or your hands away from your shoulders. I know you are trying to make the exercise doable or easier. That's human nature, but mindfully, consciously try not to do that. Keep your shoulder and palm in line. Touch, 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 and up. Breathe. Four, three, two, up. Okay, nice. Next exercise, mountain climbers. Catch your breath, and then you're just really going to drive. So earlier I mentioned about just think about exhaling. The body will do its natural inhaling. It is true. I'm not making these things up. You just concentrate on exhaling. Your body has its natural mechanism to do the inhalation. All right. So that's why you want to see when you see boxing training, they like to. They all concentrate on the exhaling. All right. Let's go. The body does its own inhaling, automatic response. Round your shoulder blade. This exhaling is where you need to consciously do it. 25, keep rounding. 20, dig down your palms, press it down, shoulders in line. Almost done. 10 seconds. Okay, next you're going to lie down in the star shape, opposite hands and legs touch. Against the same thing, hands and feet come together, exhale. Right? Alright, 5 seconds to begin. Let's do this. So earlier I was talking to you guys about pelvic rotation and asymmetries. Do you guys have asymmetries in your body? Like I said, everybody has. So the question is, have you realized any asymmetries in your bodies till today? Is one hip one hip higher than the other? Is one leg longer than the other? Is one shoulder hurting more than the other? So those are telltale signs of asymmetry. Alright, what's the next one? Okay, windmill. The last one. Windmill. And then the last, after this we have a 2-minute exercise, just one round with very minimal rest, and then we are done. Okay, windmill, straight legs, yeah? Try your best. 5. Alright, get ready. Palm face up, shoulders press down. To do this exercise, you can also squeeze something in between your knees to activate your inner thighs. So for example, if you have a ball or you have a yoga board like this, it gives you more engagement, more control of your pelvic floor muscles. Those yoga Pilates guys love to do this, and there's a reason behind it. Keep both your knees touching. Okay, 30 seconds. Last exercise. We have 4 exercises. Each is done for 30 seconds. We have 5 seconds in between rest. The rest is not a rest, it is just to transit from one exercise to the other. So total we have 2 minutes of constant work. Of course it's going to burn the abs, but it's okay, it's one leg. Wow. One set, here you're done. Right, let me just set your timer. If you need have a sip of water, please go ahead. "30 seconds on 5 seconds rest, or 5 seconds transition, and we have 4 rounds and we are done." Okay, let me just explain the exercises so that I don't have to explain in between. Okay, first exercise is going to be bicycle. I'm not sure if you remember, I've once said bicycle activates majority of your ab muscles, right? So how to do your bicycles, although it's simple, bend your knees 90 degrees, elbows and knees touch. When this happens, the opposite leg must be straight. Most of them will just bend that knee, alright, not full, completing the reps properly, alright. Straighten, straighten and straighten. Again, you don't have to do it too fast, I rather use good form. Second exercise is going to be flutter. So hands under, point your feet, come up into a crunch. Try not to lie down. When you lie down this way, you're probably going to activate more lower back. So here, straight leg, flutter at 45 degrees. Third exercise is going to be a toe touch. So you straighten your legs. Here, you're just going to crunch up and down. Like you can see, I can't really straighten all the way because of tight hamstrings or tighter hamstrings than most. So I'm not sure how you are doing it, but if you can straighten it all the way, please go ahead. If not, slight bend is okay. And then last one is scissors kick. It's very similar to your flutter. Point your toes and then you go to scissors here. Right, and that's going to burn your abs. For the next 2 minutes, you're going to do that. First exercise is bicycle. Right, don't worry, I'll prompt you on the second exercise as we go. Stand by, 5 seconds to begin. Do your bicycle nice and slow with good control. Let's go, it's only 30 seconds. Touch. Make sure your elbows and knees are touching. Come up. If your belly is in the way, then it's okay. Just try your best to go as high as you can. Next exercise is going to be flutter kick. Nice, good control. Next. 5 seconds to get into flutter kicks. Stand by and we go. Stay in that crunch. Next is going to be straight leg toe reach or crunches, whatever you can call it. Again, lots of these exercises you create, there's no real name. If you look at my board, I just try to string words together so that I understand my own exercises. There is no name. We create the names almost all the time. Alright, straight leg and reach up. $15. 10. 5. Scissors. Woo! Last one, guys. Let's do this. Almost done. 20 seconds. Then lunch. For the hardcore warriors over there, you can do one more set. Okay, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Woo! Alright, good job, good job. Well done, guys. Okay, we are about to end the class. So before we end the class, I'm going to just reveal the answer. So the question again, if you missed it out, how do you determine how much hydration is required after a physical activity or a run? Let's say you go for a run, how much water should you consume? Alright, definitely not an arbitrary number or one glass or a bottle of water. Alright, is it based on thirst? Based on thirst, yeah, not bad, but a lot of the research out there shows that people don't hydrate enough even when they're basing those drinking habits based on thirst. All right. So there's a lot of research out there and say most athletes do not hydrate enough. All right. Fourth answer, is it based on 8 glasses of water per day theory? Definitely not. Okay, they just came up with this number it is at least better, just a guide for the majority of mass population. But if you're someone who's exercising on a regular basis, this doesn't apply to you. And then the third answer, based on sweat loss. Alright, so our answer is going to be based on sweat loss. And how do you know how much of sweat loss do you have? Very simple. It is different from each one another, right? So sweat loss can vary from individuals, and it's based on many factors: your gender, your age, your health status, your physical activity levels and stuff, and even your fitness. Actually mainly your fitness, right? So how do you know how much of sweat loss do you have? So what do you do? A very simple strategy we use in sport science is you weigh yourself. Let's say, so make sure before you go out for a run, you weigh yourself. All right. Of course, without clothes will be ideal. At home, you just weigh yourself, and then go out for that run. Do not consume any water for 1 hour. Right. Like I said previously in my other videos, you can go for a run or up to an hour without hydration. Right. So you go for an hour run, you come back and you weigh yourself, and then you see the difference. All right. If you weigh 1 kg lesser after a 1 hour run, it means your sweat rate loss is 1 liter per hour. So that's as simple as that is. And then what you need to do, it is for you to hydrate yourself 1 liter every hour. Let's say if you're going for a marathon and you take 4 hours to complete your marathon, you will essentially lose 4 liters of water. So which means along your marathon, you have to hydrate yourself consistently to meet this water loss. Alright, and of course there is a different strategy there. When you're running for marathon, you cannot just drink water the entire time. You need to mix it up with electrolytes. I'll discuss about this in some other videos. Yeah, so that's how you measure sweat loss. Something interesting, give it a try, and I'll see you tomorrow for Wednesday class. Wednesday, I think, is a level 3 class. Alright, see you guys, be safe.